Okay, trying this again. Stable so far. And today I am going from these bowls to this, which is called Glaze Trailing. And then afterwards, I'm going to use this little brush and some wax resist and wax over the decoration I'm making now. And that will allow me to glaze the inside and the outside a different color. And I wish I had an example of a finished bowl here, but I don't. But basically it will have this design on the rim, which is a black swirl on dark clay, and then it'll have some color on the inside and the outside. Same color in and out is what I do. So here I have mixed up a thick version of my black glaze, and I want to keep it nice and even in there. And the way that I know that it's ready for glaze trailing is if I can turn this upside down, whoops, and the drip doesn't drip. That one almost dripped. So let's see how we go. And if it's too watery, I'll have to add, I have some Epsom salts right here. It's just Epsom salts and water solution, and I'll just have to add a little bit of that or a little bit of thicker glaze. Okay, I'm going to stand here, hopefully in a way that you can see what I'm doing. Feel free to complain. I love honesty. I've just had to train myself to do this motion by doing it thousands and thousands of times. Last one, I want to even it out there. And then I want to completely avoid touching those as I do the outside, so my fingers are not touching that. And I'm going to separate the bottom into 4. And then do my same swirls right here, trying to keep them in a plane. And also to keep the glaze from running. So if I have this bowl relatively in a plane right now, chances are that it won't run. Okay, this one had some problems. I made one that was really ugly right there, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. What I'll do is I'll either get rid of it or, yeah, with this one I'll just get rid of it. So let's see how we'll do that. I've got some serious action going on here right now. So here's the thick version of my glaze. And I am just going to scrape. I love this tool. If you're a potter, this is a great one for glazing, especially if you have a drip of one glaze over another. So here what I'm doing is I'm just going to scrape this off, and all that glaze is going to go right back into my little glaze bucket, be reused. And then this is basically just an outline of what I did, what gets left here. And I'll just clean that up with my wet sponge. And then after this dries, here, let me show you what I'm doing. After this dries, I will go back and redo that one spiral that I didn't like. And I also, right here, have a spot where the dot touches the spiral. I want to just separate those. So I'll just use my pin tool here and create a separation there so they don't bloob together. Because nobody likes bloobed together glaze. So I can't see. Oh, Stefan, hi. You're almost always like the first person who shows up in my lives, and I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to put this one up here so I know I can see that that one needs some help. And on to the next. So if you're in the mood for a meditation, stick around. Stefan, if you're still there and have anything to say, I'm all ears. Although I have to be all eyes because I can't hear anything. Unfortunately, you can't talk to me while I do a live. That would be a cool new function, wouldn't it? But this is just what I'm going to be doing, just basically exactly that for the next couple hours, probably. Okay, now that one I could tell I need to thicken up the glaze. If I get the glaze to the right thickness at the beginning, it's like such smooth going the whole way through. And if I'm fighting against a thin glaze the whole time, it's just not worth it. So I'm putting my bulb syringe down into the bottom of a thick version of my glaze. And let's see here. I have to always keep this bulb syringe nice and clean. So I'm going to test it here, turning it upside down, and it doesn't drop immediately. So I think that this is going to be fine. Trying to stand in a nice way where I don't block it. There we go. Oops, nope, still a little bit wet. Okay, I think we got to call in the Epsom salts. If you do the Epsom salts too thick, then it's just too thick. So let's see how we can do this. Okay, so I pour a little bit in the lid here. I know it's going to be too thick at first, and then I'll have to kind of go thin it out with some of the glaze that I have in my bucket. So I just tried to suck in just the littlest bit of this Epsom salt solution. Shake it up really good, really good, really good. And then let's see, I know it's not going to drop now, but let's see. Is it too thick? Let's see. Let's try. Hi, Judith. I saw that you tried to watch before that. For some reason, I moved the camera 2 inches and now the Wi-Fi is perfect. Okay. I think just the setup is better now too, where you can see me better, see what I'm doing, hopefully. Actually, if somebody would comment and let me know how the view is, the angle, and if I should maybe turn a little bit more like that. Unfortunately, I can't see anything that people comment, but you know how it goes. We'll work it out. Or I'll record myself for 3 hours and then be like, oh, I recorded 3 hours and I couldn't see a thing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, geez, it is kind of a little bit thick. Okay, come on, come on. There's like a really sweet spot with this, the glaze, where it'll just be so easy for me to do. And there's definitely been days when I've glazed whole batches when it just wasn't easy and it wasn't right. Another thing that I'm doing as I'm working is finding things about the pot that I could fix right now. So I saw this tiny little crack on the bottom, and when I find that, I want to fix it right away. I have a theory about pottery and about a lot of things that the best time to fix something is exactly when you find the problem. Don't leave it for later because you might not see it again. So, highly recommend fixing things when you see them, unless there's a really good reason to not. Sometimes there's a really good reason to wait. But if you're going to wait, do something like this. Make yourself a note, like leaving it in a place where you can see it. Looks good now. Great. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the feedback. So helpful. Whoops. Okay. I might just add a little bit of my less thick glaze to this. At the end here, I always have to decide, am I going to make one big one or 2 little ones to complete the pattern? It's the kind of thing that if you had this bowl, you would eat out of it and you would never ever see it. You'd never notice, like, oh, look, there's 2 small ones right there. Unless you were like Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. But in the making, it makes a difference. And if it were really screamingly obvious, you might notice. Might. I have so many bowls that I've kept for myself because they're seconds. and I just never see the flaw in them. I just see the bowl. Yet, if they're on my shelf, they just don't look right with the rest of them. Okay, now you can probably see that I'm going to run out of room really quickly around here. So I'm going to start creatively stacking these things in other parts of the studio. And I'm going to do one more with this mix and see if I can get away with it. Meaning the thickness of this glaze in this bulb syringe. So, any of you who have seen me before, oh wait, see you in a mirror. Wait a minute. There's some good comments here. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. Be great if we could see you in a mirror. Like, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, put a mirror over here somehow, and then you can see both sides. Let me see what I got here. I love the suggestions. Okay, now I'm looking for a mirror. I'm walking around my studio, seeing what I got. You know, when I changed my studio over from a throwing studio to a glazing studio, some things got placed in different places. It should be smart places where I could easily find them. But you know how that goes. Not always exactly right. Okay, mirror. I think it's a good idea. A mirror over here. I'm going to spend one more second looking for one. Let me see here. I know I have one, or two, or three. Oh, here's one that's, I don't know if this is going to be a good enough one. I think it's kind of small, but let's try it. Let's see. That's too small. Okay. But first, I'll just show this because this is a mirror that was made with my pottery. So at least some of it's my pottery by my friend Rhonda, who often watches these videos and comments on them. So isn't that so beautiful? It should be hanging up right here. That would be such a great place for it. For now, I guess I'll just put it back here, and no, you won't be able to see anything out of that. But let's see. Maybe? No. Hi. Let's see. Whoop. No. I think this is a little advanced for this moment. But I love the suggestion, and I will figure that out. A lot of times in pottery demonstrations, they have big mirrors at an angle on the ceiling. I really want to do this in a way that I can show you. See, here's one where it's like, yeah, I'll put the dot out here and I'll make an extra large one, or center it here. Okay. Also, hot spot through window. Oh, I see it. I see what you're saying. So if I turn it a little bit like that, maybe that's going to be better if I face this way. This is so helpful, the peanut gallery. Unfortunately, like the way that the camera's rigged up, I can barely see any of the words, but every once in a while I see something and it's helpful. Stefan is a filmmaker, and so he's got an eye for these things, and a graphic designer and all kinds of amazing things. Okay. So I might be able to start stacking these like this, foot to foot, rim to rim. You can't see that anymore. Maybe that you can see. I can't tell. Oh, You know what? If you want me to read what you're writing, you're going to have to write a couple other things so the thing that you wrote a moment ago comes through, like goes up above the obstacle. Can you see that? I think you can see that. Oh, so I was trying to say this before, but I was trying to say, it's hey, my cousin Ted's on the stream. Hi, Ted. I had a crazy dream a couple weeks ago about being in a Holocaust. It was really wild. I escaped kind of with the help of John Travolta somehow. Okay, so what I keep trying to say is that I really welcome your questions and comments, and I will definitely get to them later if I don't get to them now. It's good. It's good. I'm here with you guys. I really appreciate it. I came up with this design because I love the colors of certain clays, and I really like to use the clay as an element in my design. And by doing this decorated rim and then waxing it, this winds up being raw exposed clay that's part of the decoration of the bowls. And I do it the same thing with my mugs and everything. And I just really like incorporating the earthy clay in the design. And sometimes I'll create a different style that has less of that opportunity, or doesn't lend itself to doing that. And I'm always a little bit like, well, I don't really want to make that. Here, I'll put this one on the side and clean that up in a couple minutes. It'd be like that. Like these bowls. These are these rolled rim bowls, and I love them, but here's where I just do this bottom one, and then I don't do there's no rim decoration. So I guess there could be. But it's not a highlight. It just happens to be on the bottom. Ah, another one. So I'll put this here with that one, just as a mental reminder. Gotta do that one. Looking the bowls over, cleaning them. Hi, welcome. Welcome to my live. It's alive. We're alive. What do we think about this life, you guys? What's the best thing a person can do with their life? Such an amazing opportunity to be here on planet Heaven with each other, figuring out how to be humans and how to feel fulfilled and connected, and figure out what's important to us, and with like big visions and near vision, and just cleaning up this couple pieces that didn't get cleaned before. I always go by signs from life. For me, I decided when I was about 19, I felt like I got tuned into this wisdom that I should follow my bliss. I should follow inspiration. I should only do the things I actually really loved. And that was like a really great discovery to make at 19. Really, really good for me. And so I just always follow that. What else can we do? How are we to know our best roles? And what I found is that, well, sometimes I'll say usually when I'm kind of on the right track and doing what I'm quote unquote supposed to do, or what it feels like I'm supposed to do, I get positive feedback from the universe. Like I'll offer a class and people will actually be interested in it. Or yeah, whatever I'm doing, I'll receive like that positive feedback from the people and things around me. It'd be fun to do a little exercise, like think way outside the box. If I were to just scrap everything that I know and do, like not do any of the things that I already know how to do and just bring something completely new on the table. And I could pick anything and I could study it and I'd have time for it and everything. What would that be? Oh, there's another one of those. I keep doing that. It's like a new style. Okay, I gotta move these over and put that there. All the ones here need some work. Self. Stefan, I see self. You have to write one more thing if you want me to see what comes after self. Self-care? Self something? Self. Sorry that I can't see everything on this. It's because of the way the camera is what's it called? Mounted. Can you see it when I do it like that? Like this? Oh, you said something. Ooh, here's a bunch of stuff here. Uh-huh. Relate pottery. Wait. Oh, there's like actually. Okay, wait. I'm gonna see if I can read this. Oh, Stefan. I'm giving my sister a pottery related gift for her birthday. What do you recommend for the new casual potter? You could get her. Well, so I guess she's okay. What do I recommend for a new casual potter? Well, you could get her a little set of tools, but you'd want to get good ones. And I could definitely show you what I would recommend. You could get her a sampling of clays from a local clay place. Like it's nice to play with different clays. So it's like getting like a flight of ciders or a flight of wine. You could order from a local clay place those. A casual potter. Let's see. It's a good question. You get her a pair of rain pants to wear in the studio. Right now I'm wearing my rain pants and I really like to wear them when I'm glazing. They're just perfect for cleanup. You can just sponge them off. Let me keep thinking. The new casual potter. A good gift for a casual potter. You can get her a piece of pottery that inspires you, that she might enjoy, that might inspire her. You can get her a book with different ideas, like pottery ideas, different teapots or mugs. You could get her a subscription to Ceramic Arts Daily, I think it's called, or Ceramic School. Check both of those out. I'm not sure if those are two different things. Ceramic School, Ceramic Arts Daily. Those are like video lessons that she could have access to. ceramic school. I definitely can recommend that. Josh is great and puts out good, useful workshops. There's also this guy named Mundo Bang on Instagram, and he just did a workshop recently that cost $55, I think. I don't know how much you want to spend, but uh, I think that's available, a replay. I'm not sure what the workshop was on, but he's definitely a really impressive potter. One of the best I've seen. The two best I've seen so far on Instagram, I'll say, are this guy named Tortoise, Tortus, from I believe the UK, and Mundo Bang, who I don't know where he's from. Japan? I'm not sure. So there's some ideas. Definitely give her my YouTube channel. I have tons of tips and tricks on there, and my POTcast, and that's all free. Let's see. Do you give personalized advice potting sessions? Yeah, I can do that online. It's like not the cheapest, but I could do it. I charge $80 an hour online for an online thing. I could do a half an hour, and I also have an option for people to send me videos, and it's 2 sets of videos. So they would send me a 10-minute video of themselves throwing, and I would give them feedback. And then they would take that feedback and do whatever they want for some period of time and try to integrate it, and then send me another 10-minute video. And then I would give them feedback again. So that's another option that's a little bit less expensive, and yeah. So those are my options for now. In person, I do $100 for an hour at my own studio, and depending on how far I have to travel, more for going to somebody's studio. Oh, here, I'm not showing you very well, am I? I'm getting into my own thing and talking. And also, Stefan, if you're still here, for people who are just starting out, I mean, it is helpful to have, um, I think it's helpful to have somebody give them advice for sure, and direction. But often, like the first couple of years of doing pottery is just showing up at the wheel, getting used to being, all the different things that you have to be coordinated about with throwing, if that's what she's doing, throwing. And it's just like, it just takes those hours to get really good at it. And then I think the people who can really benefit from me, like where that money, $80 an hour or $100 an hour, is the best used, is for people who are like, okay, I've got myself this far and now I'm stuck. But for beginners, I'm not sure how much of a beginner she is. You said she's a casual potter, but for beginners, like, I can give information, but what I should do is release a beginner's series that people could buy, a video series of the like most common beginner mistakes, the most common things that people need to know about. Think about, remember, meditate on during those thousands of hours you have to put in at the wheel if you want to really get good at it. One time I was approached by a reporter at my booth, and so we were just kind of spontaneously doing an interview at my booth, and we calculated, he asked how many pots I thought I'd made in my lifetime. And I just kind of, I knew how many, mugs I made for the holidays and about how many I made during the year, and bowls. Mugs and bowls were always my biggest output. And between those and just a couple other pieces, we realized, quickly that I had made over 100,000 pots in my life. So that's a lot. That's a lot of hours on the wheel. And that's really going to be the difference between a great potter and I guess you call it casual potter. I'm not saying that I'm great, but I definitely can move the clay now, and I know what I'm good at. There's always, the great thing about pottery is that there's always a new horizon. You can always go another inch tall or another inch wide, or throw with a more challenging clay body, or new forms. I mean, it's endless, the challenge that you can put to yourself. So you never get to the end. Maybe that's true with all the arts, but I can really feel it for myself with pottery. It's the thing that keeps me coming back and keeps me really deeply engaged. Yes. What happens to potter's hands? Your skin. I've never, ever had a problem with my hands. I mean, they do have like certain like potters. I'm sure it's the same thing as like gardeners, lotions and stuff like that. But I have never had a problem ever with my hands drying out or anything like that. It's just never been a problem. But it's still a thoughtful gift if you want to get her something for her hands. Okay. This is a bigger one. I was at first, when I was making these bowls, I'm using this scale, and it's a new scale to me, and my eyes just like weren't used to anything about it. And I was making these pots. They were 7/8 of a pound. These bowls were 7/8 of a pound, but I thought I was making them 3/4 of a pound, which is my normal bowl size. And so it's only an eighth of a pound difference, but it's like, I don't know if you can see these two side by side. It's actually a really big difference size wise. It was just amazing that an eighth of a pound made this huge difference in the size of these. Okay, there we go. So these bowls look like monstrous to me from 1/8 of a pound more. Trying to get you the best view here. I should put like an X on the floor. Oh no. Oops, that was a bad one. I'm just gonna quick clean that up. If I have enough room, I can just clean this up with a sponge. This one, I happen to have enough room. Because this is a black clay and a dark brown clay and a black glaze, I can do this. If it was a different color glaze, I couldn't. But this one, I can get away with it. At least I think I can. Okay. Let me go back and clean up some of these guys here. These were the ones that I had set aside before because there were some problems with them. And I'm going to see if I can clean this up. Can you see? I'm just going back with my pin tool and getting rid of some of these. If I can't really clean it up in a way that feels good enough to me, I'll have to wash it off like I just did with that one. Feel free to ask questions if you're just signing on. I can't see your question until a couple people have asked a question until the message scrolls up a little bit, but I'll get to it, I promise. And if I don't get to it today, I'll definitely get to it later when I'm not doing pottery and I can sit and see what people asked and said. Okay. Kind of stinks when you make the same mistake twice in a row, but all right. Let's let that sit and I'll observe it in a little while. I always put the questionable part facing me, so when I look out at the pots, I can see if there's something wrong, it's kind of facing me. But this one, here, I'll do this. I'm not sure about that one. Not so sure. This is a redo. Okay, that came out fine. Okay, this one is not nearly as bad. Let me see what I can do here. Okay. I have to be really slick about the redos because it's just not that easy to control this glaze coming out. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Let's see what I can get. There's a kind of a direction to this, like keeping it going towards the decoration, if that makes sense. I'm kind of trying to keep it contained when I touch things up. Okay, now let's see. Aha! That's a fix. That worked. Okay, now this one's fine. And we had some more fixing up to do here. That one's not so bad. Whoopsie! Can you see what I'm doing? I have just a little box here acting as a temporary garbage can for me. Okay. Isn't it strange and interesting that like recently everything got so much more expensive? Like everything is so expensive. Clay is suddenly so expensive. What happened? How did that happen that everything got more expensive? Okay, here's the last one to clean up here. I think you can see it. Let's see if I can create a little channel here. Oh my gosh, I had the craziest thing happen today. Hi, Neems. Want to join us? Good. It's going good. So today I got a picture on Facebook Messenger. I got a picture of two of my friends who I know from two totally different places in life. My friend Irina and my friend Lee. Lee I know from college, and Irina I know through process work. And I got a picture of the two of them together. Now both of them are kind of like this, they're kind of like synchronistic people. So this was not at all a surprise. But yeah, I just don't like the way this one's coming out. I'm not happy with it. I'm just touching it up. It's okay. It's the kind of thing that nobody but me will ever even notice, but it just bothers me. And you. Virgo. Yeah.
It'll like melt in nice.
It will. It just I just like, I want it to look kind of regular and blend in, and um, there we go. Yeah, yeah. As long as, yeah, as long as it's separate, exactly. So Irina, yeah. So I got this picture of Lee and Irina, and they call me on Facebook Messenger. They're together having dinner in a remote place in Egypt.
They're staying at a mutual friend's house.
They're staying at Lee's. Irina's staying with Lee. Because Irina had a friend who said, I have a friend who spends the winters in Egypt. You should really connect with her. I didn't realize that Lee spent every winter in Egypt.
No way.
We're a little bit out of touch, too out of touch, but
So wait. Lee was recommended to Irina by another friend.
Exactly.
And then
so
they
somebody
found out
else.
That you two.
Yeah, within the first 5 minutes of talking.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, oh, where are you from? Oh.
Well, okay, so Irina's there with her partner, and Lee might have asked how they met, and they met at summer camp.
Oh.
There's a summer camp for adults, and Lee might have said, "Oh, I have a friend who lives on the West Coast, but she's connected to the summer camp," and then bam, yep, there we go.
Sweet.
Something like that. I didn't totally catch it because I was like in an altered state of like, oh my God, I'm talking to the two of them at the same time.
Wow, look at your stacking.
Wild, huh?
Yeah. So how do you like these rolled rim bowls?
I love them. Me or the peanut gallery out here.
I can't even look at that thing.
I love them. I can't. It's hard to see because I wanted to mount it horizontal, but I couldn't figure it out. So we're stuck with that. I just can't figure it out. I just didn't know. It was taking too long for me to try to figure it out. Yeah, I need you to show me.
So I went to Tonic.
Okay, yes.
Closed.
Oh, no.
Okay, then I went to Barry's to get, you just had to do something good for myself, you know?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got cream cheese brownie and I was home.
But.
Dude, same price, half, less than
so
half
small.
So small.
I was just talking about how everything's more expensive, but I guess that's another thing you could do is just make everything smaller.
Yeah, shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Neems, can you check the video and see if they have a good shot of me doing this? Because I can't see.
Yeah,
you know?
They got it.
This is good?
Yeah, you're right in there.
Great. Okay.
So then I went to across the street to True Value to see if I can find the LED bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the kind I need, so I said, okay, well, let me give it a shot.
For this?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I realized about the wrong bulbs.
Oh, right. I meant to send you with those bulbs.
Those bulbs was returned to Home Depot.
Oh.
Yeah, not True Value.
Okay.
I just was there. I was just across the street.
Right.
So I went in to go see what we can do about this lighting situation.
And they don't have the kind that we need? Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyways.
Do they have, are you looking for bulbs or are you looking for a fixture?
Well, the thing is if I have the right bulbs, I think what I set up will work.
Oh, we just need the right bulbs for the current setup.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Long story short, the ballast burned out. So there are LEDs that don't require a ballast. And so I wanted to avoid buying a ballast.
Is that whole thing that I'm looking at called the ballast?
No, that little black thing.
Ooh.
The big thing is a fixture. A light fixture.
I thought a ballast was a fixture, kind of fixture.
The ballast is the thing that takes it from whatever voltage comes out of the wall to the thing the LEDs need.
Okay, it's like a transformer.
Something like that, yeah. But it's called a ballast.
Right, got it. I don't mean to have my back to you, but is it okay?
You gotta get the video. The audience is where it's at.
I know. Can you be like the one, like my translator, like looking and seeing if people are talking?
I can't see because it's so bright.
It's so bright, and everything is covered up. I told everybody if they want me to. Oh, look! Here.
Look.
Here, Stefan said something, but
I can't see it.
Here. Bye, Amy. Love tuning in. Bye, Stefan. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I could have been like half an hour ago, but you know.
No, I think it was recent because I've been checking it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I went to go to. This is just telling me about my errands.
Yeah.
Then,
really important.
I went to like Oregon Community Credit Union to deposit some checks, and it was so complicated.
Oh my gosh.
I went to one ATM, and someone's card was stuck in the ATM.
Were they there?
No, they were not.
They were.
And the ATM was just like frozen. So someone went there to get either some money out or put some money in, and their card got eaten by the machine.
Okay,
So they had to go park, because I wasn't going to be able to use that machine. The machine I was working with, it was giving me problems. I was like so worried it was going to mess with me. I was like, do I want to do this? It kept on the same. Sorry, I cannot do this right now. I cannot do that. And I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
I finally got it to work. I had to go in line twice because I didn't want to be the guy holding up the line. Because then this is the next thing. So I went to Market of Choice to buy some of that lettuce.
So you didn't get to deposit your checks?
I did. In the end, I did.
Okay.
But it was like a lot of work, and like I was concerned that it was going to eat up all the checks.
Right.
Spitting my checks out. I don't know.
But it finally took it.
Finally, after 2 tries, I got them all in there.
Right.
Then I went to Market Choice. Now, people, hear me out, okay? Are we feeling that everything is getting crazy expensive? So
That's why I was just talking about that right before you came in.
Yeah, no, I went into Market Choice because earlier I went to, I don't know where it was. Well, I went to Capella. $8 for 3 heads of lettuce. $8.
For 3 little heads of lettuce.
Little hearts of romaine. I was like, cannot be right. About Market Choice, it's of course more.
No.
I mean, it was like $3.59 for 1 head of lettuce.
Oh my God. That's why the 8 is the deal for 3.
Gross out?
Gross out, yeah.
People, go to grocery outlet. That's all I gotta say. You know that spring mix?
Oh.
Sorry, everybody. We just probably got banned from the mines because I swear I have a problem. But Amy dropped her little bulb with some glaze in it.
It's okay.
This is an action. Want to rinse out for you?
I got it. Yeah, because this is gross because it's on the floor, so I don't want it mixed in with that stuff.
Oh, you're getting it? Okay, you got more work to do down there?
Yeah.
That's how you keep the floor so you can clean it up.
Kind of. Spilling stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. You want me to help you with that?
I got it. It's okay. It's good enough. All right.
So on the way home, I thought I'd stop by Friendly Foods.
You went to the third grocery store?
Amy?
What?
$12.
No.
For
No.
a pound of spinach.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Did I tell you how much it was?
Well, a pound is a lot. A pound is a lot. Nobody usually buys a pound.
No, we do. That's what we buy.
It used to be like $8 a pound.
No, at grocery outlet.
Means I don't think I can do this with you doing that. That's why I dropped this before. It tickles. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice, but it's just not the right time. Okay, so $12 a pound for lettuce.
It just kept getting more expensive.
You could call. We could call around.
No, we're just gonna go to
Gross out.
outlet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, grocery outlet. It's just the bargain market.
I hope that would be nice if they did bulk.
Hey, none of the places do bulk. They're all coming in these
Really?
bags.
Oh, jeez. See, we gotta go. Let us grow. Okay, so I have this new inspiration that I'm gonna do. My friend Sarah D has this thing called Let Us Grow, which is a hydroponic work of art sculpture in her living room or dining room, and inside the house. It looks beautiful, and that's where she grows so much of the food that she eats. Not just greens and herbs and tomatoes, and you grow flowers. I'm not going to do tomatoes. Not hydroponic. I don't like them that much, and I don't want them. I'd rather just wait for the right tomatoes. And I only eat tomatoes usually in the summer. I don't know. I'm just not sure. You know, that's what we eat most of. Lettuce, spinach, kale. Yeah.
So you're saying you're growing greens?
Greens, tons of it. Yeah, lettuce, spinach, kale. Imagine we had that just like always in abundance and we could eat it every day as much as we wanted.
I totally agree. I would love it if once we were in a stable spot we could do it. Oh no, what happened?
It's okay. Just go like that. Look at that cutie.
That's so ridiculous.
It's all right. Like I'm telling you that nobody notices it. Yeah, nobody's gonna notice it. Maybe in the moment that you buy it, you might be looking at it, but after that, you're just never gonna see it. I ask people about their pots; they don't even know what color they are.
No.
They're like, "Oh, I have your whatever. It's my favorite, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, what color is it? Maybe it's some kind of green or blue. I don't know, purple."
I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's like more about the spirit of the pot. The pots have a spirit. I infuse them with love, and that's why they're so special.
So notice you do the 4 dots on the bottom. You don't do such a thing
On the rim, you're right. Very astute observation, my apprentice. Because I don't want to. It's actually like, I don't know. I don't know the best answer to your question, but
Too many questions.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. It just, yeah, it's like it's nice and organic going around the rim, and I can always resolve it at the end.
Always.
Yeah.
If you had to, you could wipe all the glaze off and start over.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
Exactly. And why would I have to wipe these 3 off? The only thing I ever have to wipe off is one that I mess up, or, yeah, that's it. Just one that I mess up. See here, sometimes this helps here.
The final
like
countdown.
Just doing those 2, and now I can kind of see where I'm going. And this is also running out. And if this actually runs out, then it makes a big, like,
oh no,
big glaze fart all over the pot. Yeah, so I have to make sure that doesn't happen. So I start getting a little bit ginger here at the end. It's okay. Sorry. Nima's the Virgo, so I have to do everything perfect for him.
I'm quality control, everybody. I'm gonna make sure this stuff comes out.
Nobody's getting any kind of second on the first shelf. But people love seconds because they're like me. It's like, give me the second for half off and like one little thing that I find endearing instead of like a problem.
It's not a problem.
Exactly.
If you buy 4 bowls, it would be nice if they all looked the same.
Kind of.
If you're buying a set.
It just depends on who you are. Some people really want them to be the same, and some people like their sets to be more organic.
So maybe the group can give us some feedback. What do you think? Organic?
Take a vote.
Or,
do you like
more
things more?
Consistent ones,
yeah.
Or does it depend?
Oh, Rhonda, do you see? Look, if you're still here, look, I have your thing right here that you made. Rhonda made this for me out of, these are some of my old pots.
No way.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
way.
yeah. She's a mosaic artist and a glass artist. Yeah. Yeah, and we used to do Nia together like way back in the day, like my original OG Nia experience. Yeah. So hi. Yes. So the question on the table for all the fans out there is, do you prefer a set that's perfect or a set with diversity and character?
When I mean perfect, I tell you like they're more similar to one another.
Yeah.
Of course, there's like variation, but like 5 swirlies at the top or 4 swirlies.
Oh yeah, with the number of swirlies being different, 5 or 6, would that bother you? See what people say. We got to take a poll of the thousands of viewers. And actually, people will be watching these after on video, so you can answer that question. Comment on the video. You're
smaller than the other ones. Would that bother you?
Would you even notice it? Now you have to know this is going to have a color inside. You're probably going to be looking at the color more than the swirls. Do you want to go get some finished bowls to show what they look like when they're done? Just the ones that are on the dark clay. Only, I didn't even test that. I didn't even test it. I have to do this thing of like, yeah, well, I was positive it would be more thick than thin. Yeah, the drip test, exactly.
Check it out, everybody.
Yep, that's no good. That's no good. Okay, so here we go. Okay, yeah, maybe a couple different colors. Okay, just sucking in a tiny little bit of that. Oh, somebody's here. Great. This looks really good. That's my guess, is that this is going to be the perfect mix, which is exactly what we're going for, is perfect. If you are commenting and I'm not responding to your comments, oopsie, that's only because I can't see it yet because it needs to kind of scroll up past a visual barrier that we have here of the phone holder thingy. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, geez, too thick, then or too thin, then too thick. We need a Goldilocks moment here of just right. Okay, let's see here. I'm doing my best to mix. Can you see this here? No. I'm doing my best to get like a perfect mixture here of my glaze. By using Epsom salts, I thicken it up, but it's there's a fine line to get it just right, to get the mix just right. So let's see here. It looks pretty good. But the real test is when you put it on the pot. Does it flow? Does it run? Is it too thick? Does it? Yeah? I heard. Aw. Great. Great.
So yeah, look at this. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah, but that's not the same as these, but yes.
Well, they have the same swirly pattern at the top.
Yes, they do. Yeah. They're just not the exciting colors. The small bowls are the... Oh, this is not working. It's too thick. Yeah. Okay. We got stuff to do here. This is the real behind the scenes in the studio. Let's see here. Let's see. These same bowls, the little ones, yeah, these same ones. It's okay. It's not. Those are like dinner bowls, I call them. But personal bowl might be a good name for them. Right now, I'm mixing up the bucket of glaze. Probably want to see what I'm doing because it's so exciting. Hold on a sec. There we go. See if you can see that. This. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do here. Get a little bit more of that fresh glaze in there. And take some of that. Sometimes it takes a while to get that perfect. Okay.
These ones you're talking about?
Yeah. You can just show two different colors. Because this one has the black. Yeah, the other one, the red, you can leave that one out. The red on the rim, because that's not what these are going to look like. But it is a different style. You can show it if you want.
What happened right there? Is that just like a...
Oh, here. Like this right here. Oh, that? That is a piece of something that was in the glaze that like the glaze didn't get sieved well enough. So that's why I own it, this bowl. But you can also see that here and here are those blobs. But if that was your bowl, you probably just wouldn't even think about it.
Would you notice that?
You probably, I mean, when you're buying it, you would. When you're looking at things to buy them, you might. But
so those little spots at the bottom are just maybe like the piece of some like
Schmutz.
schmutz. Oh, that's why you need that quality control.
Totally.
Man, I could have prevented all those schmutzes.
Where? This one? Yeah, that's all.
Schmutzes?
That's also probably in the glaze. Yeah.
Schmutzing about.
Yeah. So after you glaze the pot, it's good to. Okay, let's see. How about this one? After you glaze it, it's good to kind of. Well, kind of. Yeah, I went like this.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what that does is it tests that it's not too thin, but it could be too thick.
You want to do it so people can see?
I thought that they could see if I face this way.
Well, kind of.
Because I moved the camera.
Your hand's a little in the way. Okay. Oh, let me do this.
Okay. Back to the original.
To the OG situation. Oh no, what's
So
going
frustrating.
on? Was it connecting?
Yeah, it's just like, it's bloopy. It's not right. It's not flowing.
Not thick enough.
It's not flowing. It's like too thick.
Oh, it's too thick.
I can't tell. It's like, yeah, I think it's too thick. Just gonna have to do a little magic over here. That's what it's come to, Neems. We've got to do some magic.
Hey.
Let's see here. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it could get brighter.
So much brighter. What is this mask?
On the ground?
Are you using this mask?
No, I mean not today. A couple days ago I was using it. It fell on the ground?
Yeah. Probably don't want this against your face then.
You could blow it out and... Well... Oh yeah, that's something I still haven't found is my respirators. This just wasn't the best one, and so I've been hammering this home in this video how much it's like once I get the glaze in the syringe like how I want it, just everything flows. But until that moment, it's like it's just like it's not worth it to keep fighting against it and keep cleaning every single one. Just keep cleaning every single bowl, like I could just say this is perfect, it's fine as it is, and just keep going with this.
But then you're gonna just keep getting mistakes.
But then I just keep making mistakes. I'm gonna try this right now and see. Sometimes it's just about really mixing it up in the syringe, like it's actually right, but it's just not well enough mixed. Yeah, let's see. How's the vision? The video.
Too thick.
Yeah, it's just not
It's
right.
annoying.
It's really annoying. Yeah.
Let's fix that.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What did you call it?
Magic?
Something of efficiency?
Pray to the gods of efficiency.
Right.
I'm not.
Oh, that works great.
Let me see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, that's why it's better not to just go and remix it right away, because sometimes it just takes a minute for me to get my technique and for the bowls to, yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm kind of making a dent here. How many more do we have? A couple big bowls and another couple stacks over there.
Are you going to do this to every bowl?
Yeah, and then I'm going to wax them.
Holy smokes.
I don't know.
And then you gotta glaze them again.
Then I have to actually really glaze them. Yeah, that's not good.
That's a lot.
That is too thin. If it does that, it's too thin. I wouldn't do that if it was too thick.
Right,
It ran so far away. Wait, let's clean this up. You don't want those fingerprints. Do you see that fingerprint right there?
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, go slowly. Oops. Do you see that? It was going to come out by itself. Yeah. Okay, I think if I go slowly. Reconnect to my breath.
No, oh.
Nima. That's okay.
Oh my god.
Nima.
You get your fingers cleaned or something.
Yeah. I know. This glaze gets everywhere. It's so hard to work with.
What's it called again?
This is called licorice. And it's another one of the ones that I got almost directly out of the Mastering Cone Six Glazes book. I have 2 or 3 glazes that I use that are just about directly out of that book. I might have tweaked them just the tiniest bit.
This is glaze that's just been laying around for half a decade.
Yeah.
And just can sit there. Nothing wrong with it.
I had to remix them all.
Well, yeah, but
Remix and sieve all of them, every single one of them. Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. Days and days of work.
Sieving it.
Yeah. Sieving it up. Neems, would you do me a favor and do you mind getting your hands a little dirty? Will you see if you can get those clean first in the red one and then in the clear one? Thank you.
Got you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my apprentice at work right there. Okay. So it's just about now going slowly. With this current mix that I have in my syringe, as long as I go slowly, it's coming out okay. Thank you. That's beautiful. Wow. That's an A plus.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so generous.
I know. I give them out
My dad.
when they're deserved. Yeah. Nima's dad is constantly failing me on everything. I get F's on everything. Popcorn
F
making.
minuses.
Lately, I've been getting F minuses.
Like minus F. Like I don't even know what that is.
Like basically the worst.
Yeah.
He's joking. It's his way of flirting with me in a sweet way. Yeah.
It's his way of letting her know.
He loves me. Yeah. He wouldn't fail me if he didn't love me.
Yeah. He loves you. You get. Oh yeah. You gotta. Just move on. Get out of here.
Exactly. If he didn't care about me, he'd just give me A's and get me out of there.
Oh yeah. This girl.
He's got to keep me around with the F's. Ooh, look at this guy, Neems.
Hold on.
I think I should do this one like this. Look at this bowl.
Stink bugs. Those aren't technically stink bugs, but we call them stink bugs. Right?
Yeah, I learned recently that they're called something else. They're not stink bugs.
They're like binkies.
They're like what?
Binkies.
Binky bugs?
Binky bugs.
It's going around on a merry-go-round ride.
Oh wow! Put them on live.
That's how I turned the bowl around for this one. It's famous bug. Okay, I'm getting a little hungry. What about you?
I'm okay. I had a
Oh, you had the brownie, right?
yeah, but it's only a dessert, and it was so small. Oh my god, I can't even. I remember when I lived across the street from Barry's there off Willamette. I would just get one of those every couple of days, and they could last like a few days. Like they were so big, remember?
Yeah.
Now it's like chomp chomp.
Oops.
Thanks, inflation.
It doesn't make sense, does it? It's like everything is more expensive. Who's
Who's making that money?
Yeah, what happened? What happened that everything all of a sudden has to be more expensive?
Well, that's like how inflation works. It's just a freaking product. There's too much money in the market, so then and people want to spend it, so then the demand goes up. When the demand goes up,
Demand for what? For money?
So like remember like people had a lot of time at home with nothing to do, so like they would spend money on project. You're working from home. You're like, oh, I gotta work on the kitchen while I'm at it, or something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the demand went up, but the supply couldn't keep up because of the whole COVID lockdown thing. So
Okay.
there's more money than there is stuff, and the demand for stuff was going up. So then that's what caused inflation.
But didn't so many people lose jobs and like?
Yeah, but we were all getting those PPE loans. And
Oh yeah.
all the unemployment. Finding credit cards with $1,700.
I just found a card today. Nima found it in a pile of old mail that had a
like over a year
that
old.
that had a that had a what are they called? The stimulus payment with $1,400 on it. I just
Everyone was getting
I just I just
$1,400.
magically made $1,400 today, which I have to say
You needed
today was a good day to do. Yeah, to get it back.
Amy's phone is literally
My phone, yeah,
dying. It's
yeah.
like in the
This
ICU right
this
now.
live will probably kill it. This live will probably completely do it. And you know what's happened on my phone screen is that
All
the apps are disappearing. Like there's just an empty space where the app used to be.
There's
There's like a
rectangle or
ghost.
something.
Yeah, the ghost.
Oh, it just jumped. Is that the bug?
Yeah, the ghost of the. It got freaked out by the story about the phone. It's like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna disappear next. Okay, here, wait. Let me do this.
Get the audience into the picture.
Oh no, I'm entertaining them with my story about my phone.
It's okay. Basically, we're gonna have a way better production value here as soon as Amy's up her game.
Yeah, new computer, new phone.
Yeah, Amy can't even receive like half
A
her
text.
messages.
I just don't get any text from Androids for like a couple months now, I think, without knowing it. Yeah.
People
But there's
be like,
been,
I've been trying to get a hold of you for a month.
oh my gosh, clients have been getting in touch with me who thought was ignoring them because that's the way we used to communicate was on text. Yeah, some clients. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's terrible, you know? Like, hello, can I have a session? Hello? Yeah, there's one on this side that I need to deal with. It's right there.
It's my life.
These ones here on the banding wheel are the ones I need to revisit. Yeah, exactly.
If you don't fix that little touch, it'll flow. And
It'll be fine. It'll look like that bowl that you just showed us. It's fine. It's not terrible, but it's just for me, I can't let it go. Yeah, it's not like okay, but it's not okay, but it's fine. It's not okay with me, but if I were to forget it, it wouldn't be it would still. Jimmy? You got to bring him in. He's the star of the show.
Is he outside?
No, he's in the house. Yeah, and he's probably asking for food, but if he has to poo, my cat has decided he could just go whenever he wants, wherever he wants.
Yeah, he's a geriatric cat.
Yeah, I cry now almost every day because I think about him dying. Oh wait, somebody said something. Oh, great. Somebody asked Rhonda. So it is a perfect tool. It's hard for me to find ones that I love. It's called a bulb syringe, and it's used to suck the snot out of a baby's nose.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
So you find them in the section for like baby stuff at Bimart or whatever.
That's not a clay tool.
No. But yeah, I have not found. I mean, I've had these for probably 20 years, and I have not found like the soft. These are nice and soft. I got some new ones, and they're like super hard. I don't know what the parents are doing with these like really
kids ones are hard.
Really rigid. The plastic is really rigid. This is nice and soft. It actually has a soft spot right there where my thumb goes. You can feel it. Feel how it's like soft in that one spot. But if you put it around on other sides, it's not.
Feel it like right here. It's really rigid.
Yeah.
What brand is this?
Probably Gerber.
Gerber?
That's my guess. Do they have brands? Here's the other one. So I have two that I love, and I keep the two main glazes that I do. This is called Glaze Trailing. I keep the glazes in here. So this is the same Chino glaze that's been in there for 5-10 years. No, 5 years. Well, since I haven't been doing pottery. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so wild.
I know.
Imperfection.
Oh, good names.
Let's get that.
Yep.
Quality control, people.
He's on it.
I'm always on it.
Okay, I think we got it now.
Perfection for the people.
Better. Okay. I'm sorry, I have my back to you.
No. It's kind of the perfect view.
Okay, so, oh, that was a bubble. I was just going to show you something, but it turns out it was a bubble that popped.
Yeah. Oh, that's too small. Yeah, come on. Give the people some glaze.
Give the people some glaze.
Oh.
Not too big.
Gentle Amy.
Like I said, well, I said a while ago, I'm going for there's a kind of a Goldilocks experience here. Just right with the glaze, with the thickness of the glaze. Now you see what I deal with. Now you see.
Yeah, this is a workout.
You want to try one?
No.
You sure?
Oh, yeah, positive. But not live.
You can try it on. There's one bowl I'm gonna give to Maddie. We can just clean it off if you don't.
Ooh, that was nice. Smooth.
Nice save there.
Boom.
It's kind of different style.
Sassy.
Yeah. Do you want to try one, Deems?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's a rolled rim bowl that's kind of triangular somewhere, and that's the one that I'm gonna give to her.
Triangle.
Yeah, like something happened, the rim warped or something like that, and I kind of pushed it into a triangle. But it's a rolled rim, so you have to find the rolled rim that's triangular. I don't know. Maybe she already took it home. I don't see it either.
That's funny. She's like, I want it now.
I don't know where it is. Yeah. But I think that would be a great one for you to practice on.
Okay. Rotate a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh,
Better?
that's perfect right there.
Or here in the sun?
Son. I just want to kiss your neck.
I know, I can feel that. You're hovering. Nima's leaving tomorrow for a trip, so I have to spend some time with him.
You don't have to.
I want to. I get to.
I got you. Did our guest next door go in the hot tub?
I haven't seen or heard them. Maybe when we were like doing the thing with Mark outside, they were like, "Oh, we'd rather not be in the hot tub with a bunch of people around."
Did you run into him?
I have not seen them. I've never met them.
I heard you talking to somebody.
What happened with Numi?
I told him to come out, and he wouldn't come out.
He wants food. Is he asking for food?
I'll get him in a minute.
All right. Any new comments?
Yeah. You're playing.
That was Rhonda asking about this bulb syringe. I know it is really difficult. It's even harder when I wear my bifocals. Then I'm like, they're like looking at my nose. Yeah, on the bowl. Something unacceptable. Sorry.
It's your life.
Oh. Okay.
So
this goes here.
Those are the works that need to be worked on.
Yeah, these are the ones. After I finish this little stack, I'll clean these guys up, and then we'll get another stack or 7 more stacks. Yeah.
We were gonna like work on so many and then start loading the kiln.
Oh, right.
You don't have much surface area.
Yeah, I know. And then I wound up doing this.
I think you need to stop.
Really? No. Okay. I'll just do these 4, and then I'll do the other ones another time.
Where are you gonna put them?
They can stack like this. I don't need to put them anywhere. They can just stay right here where they are. I have to wax them all. Yeah, I have to wax them all. I can do that tomorrow after you leave. I don't have to do it
But I thought
today.
we were gonna like do it in firing runs. have, you do so many bowls and so many cups, and then
I think I'm back to my old style of just glazing everything and then firing everything. Or glazing almost everything. You know, like what I do is I kind of do everything until I'm like maxed out, and then I'm like, I have no room to do anything until I get rid of some of these things. Because if I can, yeah, sorry. What am I even saying? Yeah. It's just way more efficient to like when I'm doing the raspberry to do like all the raspberry bowls, small, medium, large, raspberry mugs, raspberry, raspberry,
is everything
raspberry.
raspberry? Seems like everything's raspberry.
Not everything, just like when I'm doing that, it's the best to just do that. And then instead of like now I'll do one purple bowl and one purple mug and one purple this and then load them into the kiln. And now what am I doing? And how many of those did I do? And it's just like so much easier to keep track of the bigger picture if I have everything done, everything right there. Or if I'm taking really good notes, but you're going to be gone. So I got to do it my way. It's going to be good. Oh, Asha's here. Hi, Asha and Mary. Asha and Mary, I think, are here. Hi. Yeah, Asha. Asha and Hafez, do you remember them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dear, dear friends.
So, but my question is, it looks like you're applying this raspberry glaze to all the rims I see.
Wait, this isn't raspberry. This is licorice.
Oh,
This
sorry,
is black.
licorice. Sorry.
Yeah,
It looks like you're applying licorice to all the rims that I see.
exactly. Yeah.
So this is a licorice run.
That's what I always do. I tried other things. It's just the easiest is just to have all the rims be black and then every set matches.
Wait, is that gonna end up being black in the end?
Yeah, it's black.
No way.
Yeah, look at the bowls that you just do you
That
have
was
them
the
right here?
same glaze? That was that? So it
Yeah.
looks red now and it fires black?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You never it never looks the same before and after.
Okay.
Yeah, this is black.
No way.
That's iron and cobalt in the glaze that makes it turn black.
It's pretty far out,
Yeah. Was that the last one? What? Oh, couple more. Getting to the end. I guess I'll come back on either a little bit later or tomorrow to do the waxing. The cool thing about these lives is I can actually like tell how long it took me to do all these because the video will be a certain length. Okay. Just looking to see if I can see anything that anybody's saying. If you're saying anything, trying to see it. This is called glaze trailing for anybody who's coming on now. This is just a thick version of my glaze put into this baby bulb syringe. And that's how I make the decoration. And afterwards, I'm going to wax over the decoration. And then I will glaze the inside and the outside some lucky color. And here's what it looks like after it's waxed. This one is already waxed. So you can see there, and I'll show you. Well, I won't lick my finger, but I'll wet my finger, and I'll show you how if I touch it, the water doesn't absorb into the wax. So it's kind of nice. It's great. Wax is amazing, and the kind of wax I use is amazing. And I just bought a whole new bucket of my wax that costs $100. $100. So if you happen to be watching and you're somebody who lives in Eugene and you have old candles lying around, I'm trying to save some money. I can't use it for these, but for my bowls, I'm trying to collect old, especially beeswax candles, but any candle will do. Even scented is okay as long as it's not a scent that completely repulses me. And so I'm asking people to donate their you know how I don't know if you guys do this, but I have saved the butts of beeswax candles for years, thinking that maybe one day I'll make candles or something, or you just don't want to throw away this beautiful beeswax. But if you have a bag full of beeswax candle butts somewhere that you don't know what to do with, I will take it off your hands if you live locally. I would happily receive your old beeswax candles that you don't know what to do with. You've been saving them for me, unbeknownst to either of us. Okay, so here we are. I finished. We're calling this a round, even though I have around 20 more bowls over there that need to be waxed or glazed still. I'm not going to do that today. We made an executive decision to not do that. And I'm just going to clean up a little bit here. And if you missed it, these are my Epsom salts that I use to thicken up the glaze when I need to. Now, all of these bowls, I got to clean these guys up. But I'll just talk about it. All of these bowls, either later this evening, depending on activities here at the house, I'll wax these right over the glazing that I just did here. Or tomorrow, I'll do it. Tonight or tomorrow. Let's see here. I kept these all right here for myself to remind myself that they all needed some kind of fix, some kind of cleaning. So that is what I'm doing. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. Gotta make sure it has only one problem. Okay, that one looks good. Looking good. I stack them rim to rim and foot to foot just for spatial savings, space preservation. Okay, this one is this right here, this little mistake right there where the foot, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. So right here, oh, it's so bright, maybe you can't see it. Right here, the spiral kind of joined itself, so I'm going to use my tool here and just basically erase that spot and get rid of it. And that's enough. That's all I need to do for it to actually look like a good spiral in the final glazing, or in the fire when it's fired. It'll look perfect. Nobody will ever know. Okay, except for me and you. Okay. And last one, same problem. This right here attached itself right there. You can see that. And I'm going to use my pin tool. Put you down here where you can see what I'm doing. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And I'm just going to basically erase that. And that's good enough. As long as it's separated, it won't, you won't be able to see that. Okie dokie, next step is waxing. That'll happen right here, later or mañana. Thank you so much to everybody who came in to watch today. It's so fun for me to do these lives, and I hope that it's educational for some of you and entertaining for the rest of you. And really grateful to have the opportunity, technology, ability, wherewithal, and something crazy in my personality that says, share everything with everyone. So I'm just really happy to be doing this. And thank you for staying until the end if you have. And I'll see you next time. Now I have to figure out how to get this out. Okay. Oh, Chris is here. Hi, Chris. I want to, I'm going to look for this thing that you sent me once, the booth design. Okay, bye everybody.